Hello and welcome back to Wonderland. Today we are in London and we're going to have afternoon tea at the Found Bar and Restaurant right behind me. So come along with me down the rabbit hole and we'll experience it together. Hello, it looks like we made it down the rabbit hole together, and today we're going to have a lovely afternoon tea at the Found Bar and Restaurant. I'm really looking forward to this, so let's get it going. The Found Bar and Restaurant is part of a hotel called the Lost Property Hotel, so it's kind of nice that they're coinciding with each other. Located right near St. Paul's Cathedral, right up in Ludgate Hill. It's kind of difficult to find if you don't use your GPS, which I did thankfully on my phone, but it's located down a little alleyway, so you have to know where you're going or else you will not be found. You'll be lost. Since it is January, I thought it would be a good idea to kind of scale it back a little bit on prices, like everybody, right? So today, the prices start at £39.50 per person, and they just go up, as well as you can do a bottomless option, which is kind of exciting. It's with a bottomless cremant for an hour and a half, I believe, and it's $79.50 per person. So not too bad, but not for me today. No rabbit juice. Can you believe it? Who am I? So on today's menu, it looks like we have 4 different sandwiches. We have plain and fruit scones, as well as 4 different little pastries. So, you know, back to basics, back to traditional. Let's see how it goes. I just received the cutest little tea tower ever. I mean, it is definitely made for one. It is so petite and just gorgeous. So what I see at the top are my 4 little patisseries, and they look like springtime, which was kind of surprising because I still see a few Christmas trees around in the lobby area where I am. But then in the middle is a beautiful brioche bun filled with something delightful I can smell. And then down below are my sandwiches. And then on a side plate, I received my scones and then my clotted cream and jam. It all looks wonderful. It looks very, very fresh too. I figured out what I smell. I tell you, it's the truffle nose. I'm starting to know. I have truffled chicken mayonnaise on the brioche, that's what it is, and it smells divine. I cannot wait to try it. Everything really, really looks very nice. All the sandwiches look very generously filled. I'm really thinking that this might be a good little hidden place. And you know what? I can tell that the bread is fresh. It's not like they made them a while ago and they've been sat with saran wrap over it. The sandwiches feel very, very fresh and very, very bouncy. So let's give it a go. I tell you, I always hate to ask this question. I did ask if the sandwiches were bottomless, because some places they are, but they are not here, but that's okay. It seems like there are plenty of sandwiches, and everything else I will feel very satisfied after I've left here. Except I tell you that truffle chicken, I will have to eat it very slow. I ordered myself a nice hot pot of Earl Grey tea. And as usual, I'll leave a picture of the hot tea selection on my YouTube community page. So let's dive on in. My first sandwich up today is going to be marinated cucumber and dill with lemon butter on white bread. Oh, it looks lovely and it smells divine. I really enjoyed that pickled cucumber. You can taste the freshness of that cucumber, but combined with the vinegar in it, it's lovely. And you know what? There is lemon butter, there's a hint of that citrus, but the bread is not soggy at all. It's absolutely perfect. It's such a refreshing sandwich. It makes me think of warmer times ahead, definitely. My next sandwich is a Scottish smoked salmon with cream cheese on brown bread. It looks like there is a ton of salmon in here. Let's give it a try. I just found myself going, Yeah, that smoked salmon, there's a ton of it. It is nice and smoky, hence the name. Bread is soft, just enough cream cheese. It is delightful. You know what? Some rabbit juice would go down a treat right now, but I'm trying to be good. My next sandwich is an egg mimosa with rocket on white bread. It looks very generously filled, so I'll show this to you right here. Yeah, you could see definitely a lovely, lovely sandwich. Wow, as you can see, that is a juicy, juicy little egg sandwich. It was perfectly seasoned. I mean, there was flavor beyond measure, and there's a lot of texture as well. The egg whites have been cut really well, and that peppery rocket really, really helped. You know, it just was a fantastic egg sandwich. I'm so thrilled about it. All right, this is what I was waiting for. It is truffled chicken mayonnaise. Ooh, it looks like there's a lot of pea shoots on it too. Look at all that. Ooh, it looks absolutely delightful. It smells divine, that earthy, earthy truffle. Oh, I can't wait to try it. I'm hoping the brioche bread is not too sweet. I'm at a loss for words. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful truffled chicken mayonnaise. Gorgeous. Wow. The only thing that would make it amazing if there was some raw onion on it. I know, not very ladylike for an afternoon tea sandwich, but just a bit of that crunch would be perfect. There were lots of lovely chunks of chicken in there. It was very, very creamy. Yeah, and plenty of filling. Brioche bread was not too sweet. It's just a delightful, delightful sandwich, and I'm so glad that the truffle lived up to its name. It actually tasted like truffle. I will definitely say that all of the savories surpassed my expectations. I think all of them were very generously filled and very, very seasoned well. It was a really, really nice, surprising tasting, definitely. They do have a vegetarian as well as a gluten-free afternoon teas available. So if you want to go for one of those, make sure you let the founder restaurant and bar know 24 hours before you're due to be here. My plain or my fruit scones, they come with clotted cream and raspberry jam as well as strawberry jam. And I'm noticing that my scone is covered with a little bit of powdered sugar, which is always nice. It seems that it's rather firm. There's some little sultanas in there, so very nice. I think I'm gonna go for clotted cream and raspberry jam today. That sounds nice. Always go with my clotted cream first. And just a little bit of this. Let's try it out. It's just fine. Nothing wrong with it at all. It's not mind-blowing, but it's not anything bad. You know, it's just fine. I think the powdered sugar on top really made it a little nicer. Clotted cream, great. Jam, just fine, yes. Yeah, just fine. You won't be disappointed with your scones. As I said before, I am filming this, you know, around the end of the year. Actually, I'm filming this at the beginning of the year. So I'm looking at this plate of patisserie and I'm going, but I'm doing this for you. We're gonna try each of the 4 little desserts, and I'm gonna soldier through. It's just all the sweets during the holidays. I'm just so over them right now. Up first is a lemon frangipane tart. The tart was very nice. The frangipane was very almond flavored. The lemon itself was very, very calm. There wasn't a lot of tartness. So I think with some hot tea, it would be perfect. It wasn't terribly sweet, which is very nice. And there was a bit of meringue on top, lightly toasted. So all in all, a decent little beginning. Next, we have a delicious hazelnut mousse. That's what it says on the menu, so I hope it is. It was very delicious. That hazelnut mousse was glorious. There's a bit of like dark cake in there as well, but mostly it's that lovely mousse, and it does have a biscuit base. But yeah, it's delicious. If you like hazelnuts, you're gonna love it. It really is that delicious. And I'll tell you, I just received another hot pot of Earl Grey tea, so I am doing pretty well now. So for our penultimate little patisserie, we have a red fruit eaten mess. It looks really cute. There's a little swiggle of, it looks like a little bit of meringue, and it's covered in a beautiful little pink shell. So let's give it a try. And that was really lovely. The red fruit jam inside of it was gorgeous. It was a little tart, it was a little sweet, but with that meringue on top, it was really, really nice. So it's funny, Eaten Mess is very popular here in the summertime. It's a summertime dessert. So it's very interesting to have the vanilla custardy with the meringue and the strawberry flavor right here in January. But you know what? It's all good, because soon it will be June. Now for our last little patisserie. It is a coconut pineapple mint mousse. And I will tell you, when I tried to get it to my plate, it collapsed. So I do apologize for it not looking perfect. That was utterly delightful as well. I think I saved the best for last. Coconut pineapple mint. You think that it wouldn't work, but I think it really, really did. It was filled with kind of like a creamy mousse, and that was very, very much the mint. But there was pieces of coconut, like shredded coconut in there, and then you've got the sweetness of the pineapple. Yeah, it was really nice. The little biscuit base, it just didn't have a chance. It just crumbled upon impact, I tell you, to my plate. But beyond that, that was a perfect little ending to my tea here. Definitely. I like that little bit of mint. I think it was very smart. So we are at the end of our afternoon tea here at the Found Bar and Restaurant. What did I think? I was really pleasantly surprised. I'm always a little curious at how it's going to pan out on the lower end of price point, but I needed to be here. I think everything was very well filled for the savories. The desserts, they were not your basic little loaf cakes with a bit of frosting. They weren't. They had some thought behind them, which was great. I think anybody that you'd bring here would be very pleasantly surprised. I also believe if you have more than one afternoon tea to be able to enjoy while you're here in London, definitely try one of the fancier places or the well-known places, and then give yourself a chance to try something a little less known, because that might be the one that you really, really like. So, should I even say this? I will say it. I will put it out there. You know, afternoon tea is really not a great value, is it? I mean, £40 for essentially a sandwich and a few patisserie. It's shocking, but that's one of the lower ones, as you know, here in London. So I think it's part of the whole overall experience while you're here. You're not just having a lovely meal, you're having afternoon tea, and I have to remember that. Sometimes I'm a little bit less impressed, but you know, this restaurant was not bad at all, and if I was in the area, I would suggest it, because it's a quieter experience. You're not rushed or anything. All in all, it's been pretty good. So with what I'm saying is I would give it maybe a 3.5 stars out of 5. It was a nice experience. The food was great. Wait service was great. No qualms at all. It was just one of those afternoon teas, nothing where I'll go, oh my gosh, I'll remember this forever. But you know what? It was a nice place. So with that, I look forward to seeing you next week, next Friday, down the rabbit hole for another afternoon tea adventure. I'll see you then, and please like and subscribe, and I will see you again. Bye-bye.